And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Did you know that 70% of all Americans have a grill or a smoker? Well, that's what we're talking about today with Stephen Combs, who is with the Bluffton Township Fire District. He's the PIO. Good to have you back with all of your...
Always great to be here.
Yeah,
yep, I brought some fun toys today.
Exactly. Well, and grills can cause fires, and we've got 4th of July coming up, which is the most grill day. What do we call it?
Yeah, the busiest grill day of the year, for sure.
Right.
You know, it's kind of funny. You think about that statistic, 70% of Americans have a grill or a smoker. I would venture to say that that's probably much higher here in South Carolina.
Yes.
It seems like everywhere you go, somebody's grilling or
Yes.
smoking something.
Yes, we grill probably 3 times a week.
Right.
I'd much rather just go outside and throw a hamburger or a pork chop or something like that, or veggies on the grill. It's so much easier.
And you don't have to worry so much about the cleanup inside as the mess. There's not the grease splatter, so it's a great way to cook.
So we've got some safety tips that we're going to share with our viewers. So let's just start out with the importance of grilling, of course, outside.
Right. Right. Anytime we're grilling, we want to make sure that you're at least 10 feet away from the house, trees, any kind of decking, something that might catch on fire, because people don't think about the amount of heat that's generated, even if they have, one of those metal grills that they have. If they get it too close, it could actually cause brush or things near the deck or near the side of the house to either melt or catch on fire.
Okay, so that's important. But also, as I tell my husband, you need to keep your grill clean.
Yes, yes. In fact, one of the statistics that we look from the National Fire Protection Association is that the grease that builds up is the cause for about 20% of fires that occur annually. So making sure that those grills are clean and that the grease doesn't flare up is really important.
So actually, grills cause over 10,000 home fires each year?
Every year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that's part of the thing that we're trying to remind people to move it outside. Don't do it in the garage. Even if it's raining,
I know.
People want to do it under a carport or someplace that's in the shade. That's okay in the shade, but if it's close to something that could catch on fire, we really want to make sure that people are very conscious of that.
Okay, now what about kids and pets near the grill?
Right. So we know that the statistics indicate that we have a high number of children who are burned every year. So we want to keep that 3 feet of space around the grill area, even for pets.
Okay.
You know, a dog might try to jump up and snatch the hamburger off there or the hot dog off the grill. So be very mindful. Keep that 3 feet of space right around that grilling area.
All right, now Stephen, let's talk about the difference between like the smokers and the gas grills and the charcoal grills and the different safety tips that you can share with us about.
Sure. So anytime we're pulling that grill out for the first time, we want to check all the fittings and make sure that they're in good shape, that the hoses haven't cracked. And one of the ways that you can do that is you can take a mixture of soap and water. You take 1 part soap to 3 parts water. You can put it in a spray bottle, turn the gas on, and just spray it around the hoses, the fittings, and make sure that no bubbling occurs.
Okay.
If the bubbling does occur, when you turn that valve back off, you know those areas that need to be fixed. You may need to replace that hose. If it's a built-in grill, you might need a professional to come out and service that for you.
Okay, what about the charcoal grill and getting all the ashes up? Do you need to take those out before you start again and put more charcoal in?
Absolutely. Well, so you want to start with that clean grill, but at the same time, when you do dispose of those charcoal briquettes, make sure they've cooled down completely.
Right.
You know, some people think, well, I can just dump it out on the side of my yard where it won't be a big deal, but those can rekindle and ignite grass. So make sure they're fully cooled down and store them in a metal container.
Okay.
So don't just throw them on the side. Yeah, that metal container until they're fully cooled.
Okay, we have about 45 seconds later, but you've got all these great props.
Yeah, I just brought some props in. Thinking about some of the things like oven mitts.
Yep.
When you're out there, they're not boxing gloves, although when I was a kid, that was what my brother and I used. We just kind of goofed around with them. But having something to be able to pull an oven rack out, like an oven stick, or push that oven rack back in. Things just to keep yourself safe. Scrapers, clean off the grill. So make sure we're practicing that safety. And you can always visit the Fire District website at blufftonfd.com.
Okay, very good. So happy 4th of July in
Yes,
another 10 days or so.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you so much.
Stephen. And we'll be right back with more news. Don't go away.